Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Virgo April 17, 2022. These days, the Sun's transit of your resources sector encourages you to attend to your practical affairs, pulling up a desire for some predictability in your life. On the other hand, Venus in your sign encourages you to express yourself and enjoy a more spontaneous approach to your life. Of course, these different drives can sometimes clash, as you may see more clearly in the first half of today. A symptom of discontent may be a sudden craving or impulsive choices that should probably be tamed. However, there can be small but significant breakthroughs happening, and you gravitate to activities that feed your desire to feel connected to the world around you. Others' input might clarify your own position, even if you're not in agreement simply gets you thinking. The celestial lineup today is quite harmonious, but you may find that it is just a little too genteel for your taste. However, it would be a good time to really get to know how you feel about someone special or how they feel about you. Although feelings can be turned on and off like a tap in your case, you may still find out something very interesting today. Set the tone. As a mutable water sign, you tend to be rather easygoing. But this may lead to people-pleasing and a lack of boundaries. Use the moon in Libra to do a reset so that colleagues do not walk all over you. Luna is critical and somewhat demanding in Libra, as it knows its worth. So, this energy is perfect for you to stress the importance of your boundaries, expectations, and standards with your professional commitments. Setting the tone can allow you to become more respected in your professional commitments. While the Sun continues to keep the solar spotlight on your income situation and matters until leaving your income sector next week, on the other side of the financial fence there is a need to have your antennas up but your mind and your options open ahead of the moon's return to your financial sector tomorrow. It is the full moon this will create that, while more focused on money matters, will give both sides of the financial fence a boost. Maintain contacts and strengthen your social ties, especially with close friends and family. Don't keep putting them off, because they really need to be near you now. It should be easy for you since you are completely at ease with yourself and won't be stressed by their company. Obviously, when others are in a positive mood you will be too. You're bursting with new ideas and can hardly wait for some outlet to express them. It's a great time to pick up new art supplies and play with them. Making an effort to get out and socialize is enough to make others aware of your qualities, and there is every chance you'll discover a new love interest. You're sure to meet new people and create connections that give others an opportunity to get to know and appreciate your delightfully seductive ways. You are not one to take obstacles as a reason to back down or give up. But it's important to recognize when you are dealing with heavy pressures so that you can give yourself a little TLC when needed. You enjoy pressure to a certain extent, but it can wear on us all, and we need to call on our creativity to bring that sparkle back into our daily lives when it has worn thin. Consider giving yourself a massage as a special treat. Any fears you have concerning financial security may become pronounced on this day. The effects of this vibration can emphasize your need for a sense of solidity, and if there has been any upheaval in your life lately, it'll be harder to handle it. Strive to keep things in perspective. Chances are you've been through similar transitions and made it through fine. Remind yourself of this. You can make it through again. Just put your best efforts forward and everything else will fall into place. Even though your birthday month has been and gone, Venus returned to Pisces 9 days ago and Jupiter and Neptune have just aligned here. Mars' return today is what you have been waiting for. While new doors have been opening for months now until Mars wrapped up his current 2-year Mars cycle, you not only had one eye on the rear-view mirror but little gas in your tank. That all changes today, as Mars not only returns to fuel your passions, drive, competitive and warrior spirit, but to exploit Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion's final weeks in your sign. Just hours after the moon wraps up its monthly visit to your relationship sector today, something that over the last few days have seen it clash with all 3 planets in Pisces, Mars joins them. Returning after the moon is gone means that it won't clash with Mars, but the planet of passion and the warrior planet of the cosmos arrives just as this has exposed what you want from your relationships and what they need from you. Our eyes in the sky. Your creative side needs some kind of organization, but the passion is still burning in your soul, especially as the waning gibbous moon trots through earthy Libra. There's a dynamic pull between structure and ambition as a continuing presence with a square between the moon in Libra and Saturn in Aquarius. Also, the moon's alignment with Uranus, also in Libra, will shake things up. There is a conviction in the collective that can go either way. Pay close attention to the news you receive over the next few days, and don't give up on your dream. With plenty of raw and real conversations going on, you might just come to a conclusion that you've needed to see and understand for many years. Never compromise your interests for the needs of others. This moon affirms the necessity of embodying our inimitable individuality. Libra new moon, we have been looking for ways to achieve both personal and relational balance through compromise and diplomacy. Yet, through this process, we have discovered which of our relationships operate under the illusion of giving and take while exploiting our vulnerabilities. Today, volatile events penetrate superficial dynamics and force us to see things for what they are. The moon opposes Mars and also forms a tense T-square with Pluto in Capricorn, unearthing buried resentments and hostilities. Exposed secrets or impulsive demands could spell the end of toxic or stressful relationships, those which have survived under the assumption that we will not speak our mind or make a scene. While these events might be distressing or disappointing, asserting ourselves is long overdue. Certainly, this full moon will not spell doom for romances and friendships on a healthy footing, but it marks an occasion where we acknowledge that we deserve better, and we don't need others to dictate what better should look like for us. The moon enters a short void following this transit, and as is typical during full moons, we should allow time for processing and integration without making grandiose statements or decisions now. Although fights may occur, avoid statements of finality. The moon in Libra, dissipating tensions brought to a climax during the full moon, but also finding us resorting to stubbornness and emotional rigidity. Over the next 2 days, our impulse will be to slow down and ground ourselves, which is good medicine for those with minimal natal placements in earth signs, but may feel sluggish to those who have the energy to burn. We take pleasure in material comforts, making this an ideal occasion for art projects, gardening, or maintenance work which will benefit from patience and a steady hand. If you're under work or other pressure and unable to socialize, you could experience some mood swings. Just try not to behave in a way you might come to regret later. However, Mercury in opposition scrambles our ability to express ourselves. We forget the minutiae, and our interactions become laden with misunderstandings. Frustration is the result of this cosmic clash, so give the time-sensitive deeds on your to-do list a bit of extra padding and prepare for 1 or 2 awkward conversations.